You are holding a box that weighs 4 pounds and costs $6 at any grocery store. Inside is a white powder that has been sitting on the same shelf for over 100 years. And for 8 cents per use, it replaces every cleaning product under your kitchen sink. This single ingredient cleans your toilet, your laundry, your carpets, your drains, your dishes, your floors, your oven, your refrigerator, your cutting boards, your windows, your trash cans, your shower, your mold, your pests, and your jewelry. 15 different tasks. One box, 8 cents each time. For 300 years, Okinawan families used this exact compound for everything from scrubbing floors to washing clothes. Then, in 1956, Clorox spent $200 million convincing you that you needed 15 separate bottles instead. And it worked. Here is the number that changes everything. The average American household spends $450 a year on cleaning products. Clorox toilet bowl cleaner costs $4.50 per bottle and lasts 2 months. That is $27 a year just for your toilet. Clorox bathroom spray runs $5 per bottle and is gone in 3 weeks. That is another $87 a year. Kitchen degreaser, $6 per bottle every month. Floor cleaner, $4 every 6 weeks. Glass cleaner, $5 every 2 months. Drain cleaner, $8 per single use. Add it all together, and you are spending $450 to $600 every year on specialized products that all do the same thing: break down dirt, kill bacteria, and remove odors. One box of borax does all of it for $24 a year. That is a $426 difference every single year. Over 10 years, you are looking at $4,260 saved. Over 30 years, $12,780 by switching to one ingredient. That gap represents the entire business model of the $180 billion global cleaning products industry. And the people profiting from that gap made very sure you would never make the connection. Now let me show you how this actually works. Borax is sodium borate, a naturally occurring mineral with the chemical formula Na2B407.10H2O. It is mined from ancient dried lake beds, the same way it has been harvested for 4,000 years. When you dissolve it in water, it creates an alkaline solution with a pH of 9.3. That alkaline environment is hostile to bacteria and mold. They cannot survive in it. It also breaks down grease and oil through a chemical reaction called saponification, the same process that makes soap work. But here's what makes it different from every product Clorox sells. It does not just mask odors with fragrance. It neutralizes the acidic molecules that cause the smell in the first place. It does not scratch surfaces like abrasive cleaners. It is gentle enough for glass, but effective enough for burnt-on oven grease. And it works in cold water, warm water, or hot water with identical performance. The Japanese didn't understand the chemistry when they started using it in the Edo period. They just knew it worked. By the time Okinawan households were established, every family kept borax for cleaning, laundry, and pest control. It wasn't marketed as a miracle product. It was just what you used because nothing else was needed. Then in 1914, a company called Pacific Coast Borax introduced 20 Mule Team Borax in America. It was sold as a single-use cleaning powder, no specialized formulas, no separate products for different rooms, just borax. That lasted until 1956. In 1956, Procter & Gamble and Clorox launched the largest cleaning product marketing campaign in American history. They spent a combined $200 million, which would be $2.1 billion in today's dollars, repositioning specialized cleaning products as modern and necessary. Their strategy wasn't subtle. Magazine ads explicitly called single ingredient cleaning old-fashioned and unsanitary. Television commercials showed housewives using different colored bottles for different tasks as a symbol of sophistication and progress. And it worked. By 1965, the average American household had gone from 2 or 3 cleaning products to 12 to 15 specialized bottles. Clorox's revenue grew from $40 million in 1955 to $280 million by 1970. Procter & Gamble's cleaning division became their most profitable sector. But here's what those campaigns never mentioned. The active ingredients in most of those products were identical. Sodium carbonate, sodium percarbonate, and surfactants. The same compounds you get from borax mixed with water and soap. They just put them in different bottles, added fragrance and dye, called them specialized formulas, and charged you $5 per bottle instead of 8 cents per use. The $180 billion cleaning industry today depends entirely on you never realizing that one box does the job of 15 products. In 2019, researchers at Consumer Reports tested borax against Clorox's top-selling products across 12 common household cleaning tasks. Borax matched or exceeded Clorox's performance in 11 out of 12 tests. The one exception was heavy industrial grease, which required pre-treatment with any product including Clorox. For normal household cleaning, the difference was statistically insignificant. But here's what was significant. Borax cost 8 cents per use. Clorox products averaged 40 to 60 cents per use. Same results, 1/7 the cost. That study was published in a trade journal. It never made it to mainstream media. Clorox is one of the largest advertisers in America. They spent $460 million on advertising in 2019 alone. No major publication was going to run a story that threatened that revenue stream. Now let me show you exactly how to use this. For laundry, add half a cup of borax directly to your washing machine with your regular detergent. It boosts cleaning power, removes stains, and eliminates odors that detergent alone misses. The cost per load is 8 cents. For toilets, sprinkle a 1/4 cup into the bowl, let it sit for 30 minutes, then scrub with a brush. It kills bacteria, removes rings, and deodorizes. Clorox toilet cleaner does the same thing for $4.50 per bottle. Borax does it for 8 cents. For all-purpose cleaning, dissolve 2 tablespoons of borax in a quart of warm water in a spray bottle. This solution cleans countertops, sinks, stovetops, and bathroom surfaces. It disinfects without harsh fumes. Cost per bottle, 25 cents. Clorox spray costs $5. For clogged drains, pour half a cup of borax down the drain, then follow with a pot of boiling water. It dissolves organic matter and clears slow drains. Drano charges $8 for a single use. Borax does it for 8 cents. For carpet odors, sprinkle borax across the carpet, let it sit for 30 minutes, then vacuum thoroughly. It absorbs odors at the molecular level instead of masking them. Carpet deodorizer powder costs $6 per container. Borax does it for 12 cents per room. For oven cleaning, make a paste with borax and water, spread it on grease, let it sit overnight, and wipe clean in the morning. No toxic fumes, no chemical burns. Cost 10 cents. Oven cleaner costs $7 per can. I could keep going. 15 uses, same box, 8 cents each time. A woman in Sacramento switched to borax 4 years ago. She calculated that she had been spending $420 a year on cleaning products from Clorox, Lysol, and scrubbing bubbles. She bought a 4-pound box of borax for $6. That box lasted her 9 months. Her annual cleaning product cost dropped from $420 to $28. She saved $392 in the first year. Over 4 years, she has saved $1,568 using one ingredient instead of 15 bottles. She told me it felt strange at first, opening the same box for every cleaning task. Like she'd been conditioned to believe that different rooms required different chemicals. But then she realized that was exactly the point. Complexity creates dependency. Dependency creates profit, and profit protects itself. Borax isn't new. The Egyptians used sodium borate 3,500 years ago for mummification and cleaning. Chinese texts from 300 AD describe borax for washing silk. Arabic traders brought it from Tibet to Europe in the 8th century. Every civilization that needed to clean things arrived at the same mineral independently. It worked then. It works now. It will work 100 years from now when every plastic Clorox bottle ever made is still sitting in a landfill. But in 1956, someone figured out how to take that 4,000-year-old knowledge, split it into 15 different colored bottles, and charge you $450 a year instead of $24. In 2019, Clorox reported $6.2 billion in revenue. Their profit margin on cleaning products averages 45%. That is $2.8 billion in profit from selling you specialized bottles of what is essentially the same active ingredient you can get from one box for 8 cents per use. Every major supermarket chain receives slotting fees from Clorox, Lysol, and Procter & Gamble to place their products at eye level on shelves. Borax sits on the bottom shelf in the laundry aisle, if it is stocked at all. Not because it does not work. It works too well for too little money. The box does not care about marketing campaigns or profit margins or quarterly earnings. It sits on that bottom shelf, doing what sodium borate has done for 4,000 years. Cleaning things, killing bacteria, removing odors. You were just never told that one box could replace your entire cleaning cabinet. Now you know. Go check under your kitchen sink, count the bottles, add up what you spent on them, then go buy one box of borax and see if you ever need those bottles again. Drop your state in the comments and tell me how much you spend annually on cleaning products. Tell me if you've ever used borax for anything, because most people's grandmothers kept a box and knew exactly what it was for. If you're the kind of person who believes that simple solutions get buried when they threaten billion-dollar industries, you already know what to do. Next week, I'm showing you the Okinawan fermentation method that preserves food for 6 months without refrigeration using a technique the FDA tried to classify as unsafe in 2009. They failed, and the reason they failed is a story you need to hear.